Hello, good evening and welcome.
Now, if you're watching on Twitter or on our website, thank you for tuning in. You're in for a real treat of an evening. 1 Million Minutes is all about ending loneliness, and we're here to keep you company.
We are. Look at us past our bedtime. Still awake, Kate Garraway.
Can't believe it.
Just
and got
about.
velvet on.
We have got a lot.
We've got a lot of velvet going on tonight.
Tonight we are celebrating the heroes who have gone above and beyond improving the lives of others in what has been one of the most difficult years for any of us.
All of us. And now, if you're enjoying the show, do give us a retweet. And if you're snuggling up and feeling the cold, I know you're wondering what I'm holding here. I know you're wondering. You need to make sure you grab your Ben blanket. Have a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness me. That is a sight to behold. If you don't have a Ben blanket, just grab your nearest equivalent. Keep yourself nice and cosy.
What have you been doing that? It looks like it needs a really good wash.
Well, I had to roll it up for the big unveil.
It's the rolling up of it, was it?
It's the rolling up, yes. How rude.
You haven't been seen without that blanket since it was given to you, have you?
I wanted to get it fashioned into a dress for tonight, but it didn't work out that way.
But everybody thought, for the sake of the whole world, not even Twitter needs to see that.
Maybe I'll just stand here like this for the whole of 1 million minutes. Keep yourself cosy and tweet hashtag 1 million minutes.
Away,
I'm going to
please?
pop this over here now. I'm going to sling it to a handy Jack over there.
Amazing. Jack's going to love that. So all month we've been asking you to go to our website, itv.com/1 million minutes, and pledge as little or as much time as you can to sign up for volunteering opportunities to help end loneliness.
Well, your generosity has blown us away. We might be calling it 1 million minutes, but we can reveal that so far you have pledged, look at that, more than 60 million minutes of your time, 60,862,620 minutes. Every single minute counts.
That is sensational. We are really thrilled to bits with the generosity of your time. 1 million minutes is all about supporting those who are lonely, and while helping one person is incredible, to help a whole community is particularly special.
So let's take a look at how one of our finalists have helped their community and people in need.
In such unprecedented times, they've taken extraordinary measures, spending something like £35,000 out of their own pocket to help people, to support people, and things like providing mothers with milk for the babies, helping people with food, helping people with clothes.
You become overwhelmed with their generosity and their loving care of the community. They are very, very good people. They are such loving people. That's the only way I can express it.
Well, absolutely wonderfully. Asia and Jawad have been watching online tonight. It's so lovely to see you. There you are, looking like you're ready to distribute more good work in your community, and not just your time and your effort. You've spent thousands of pounds of your own money, haven't you, on this? Why did you feel it was so important?
Because of COVID, everybody was struggling. I mean, everybody needed help. We could only help people the much we could. We spent everything we had on all the local community, and even further away, different cities.
And Jawad, I wonder, you know, the response that you've had from the community as well, knowing that you two have been so committed personally, not just with your time, but as Kate said, with your money as well. How has the community reacted to that?
They are very, very happy. We helped them, and they are very, let's say that they're happy we help them as well, yeah.
Well, look, we've got a little surprise for you. We've got a little surprise for you. I don't know if you can hear the doorbell, but that was your doorbell. So, Asia, maybe you'd like to go to your front door? Can you go to your front door for us right now?
We're in the shop.
Yes, you can. We'll wait for you.
We know you're in the shop. If you go to the front door of the shop, there's a cameraman there.
Oh, and there's a little surprise for you on the doorstep, I believe. Let's have a look.
Oh, no. I see. Now, look, here is the flaw in this whole idea. The plan was to surprise the two of them at their home, but they've gone to the shop.
Well, that's because that's where they do a lot of their work from, isn't it? They're based there to distribute things. We've got a problem.
We were expecting you to be at home, Asia.
No, he doesn't know that.
Well, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you do get home, you will see there's a cameraman who's going to be very cold by the time you get there. And there is
just pointed at a box on a doorstep.
Very well,
Usually, when we're doing with these ceremonies, they always go swimmingly, which is the great thing. But we usually, of course, have an audience, don't we? But this year, it's a very different year. Everybody's having to do things very differently. And we have a virtual audience, Ben Shephard.
And there they are,
real
finally.
people.
We've got you in. Evening, everybody.
Good to know they're all where they're meant to be. That's great. Lovely to see you. And our audience is made up of all sorts of people. All sorts of people. There's Alex Berryford. I can see you there.
Our weatherman, Alex. Mark's there, Mark Charnock. Have you still got your blanket on, Mark? There, look, he's got his bed blanket. I'm keeping you warm.
Keep yourself cosy. And we've got all sorts of other volunteers and GMB viewers and everybody getting involved tonight.
We've been hearing stories of how loneliness and isolation takes its toll on people's physical and mental health. This is the story of Edna and volunteer Alice, who helps Edna feel less lonely.
My name is Edna, and I have been on my own. But whilst I've been on my own, I have had a young lady named Alice who has phoned me.
I call Edna once a week and we just have a little chat about how she's doing, whether she's getting on all right at home, if she's been out anywhere, what she's been doing, and it's nice just to hear how she's been getting on. Hi Edna, it's Alice.
Hi, Chucks, what have you been doing this week?
I've been at work, like usual. Students don't have a lot of money, but they do have a lot of time, and I think that's perfect because for volunteering you don't need to give any money away, you just need to get involved in your local community and make a difference.
Help put an end to loneliness by pledging your time today.
We do our category, which is Volunteer of the Year.
Now, this award is a little different because our winner is currently coordinating an online choir rehearsal with some of the children from Grief Encounter and has no idea we're about to surprise them.
Well, what a surprise we've got, because mezzo-soprano superstar Katherine Jenkins is here to help us out. Good evening, Katherine.
Good evening, how are you?
We're good. We are thrilled that you are where you're supposed to be, quite frankly. That's a good start. Katherine, just before we get into this, just tell us what about your personal connection with the Grief Encounter Choir.
Well, they're such an incredible charity. You know, I lost my own dad when I was 15, and this is a charity that helps children who've lost a sibling or a parent through therapy and bringing them together with other children who've gone through the same thing and bringing them through music and arts and experiences together. It's such a special charity. I'm so proud to be associated with them. And I've done a few masterclasses with the choir myself, and they're brilliant.
Well, you're fantastic. And I know you've recorded a single for them, haven't you, before? And you know all about how singing can really help in times of grief and sadness.
Yeah, I think singing is just so important in sort of managing your emotions, you know, dealing with things. I think it makes us all feel better and helps our well-being. And, you know, when I've worked with the children in the choir, they're just so incredible. They really are very, very special children. And it's lovely to see somebody realise the power of this choir and want to put so much energy into it.
OK.
Right then, Katherine, we're going to try and surprise our winner very shortly. We're going to introduce the VT to find out quite why she is so special before Katherine surprises her in the choir rehearsal. Here we go.
Leia's dad passed away suddenly just before her 4th birthday. It hit Leia quite hard.
I felt like no one in my school or no one with my friends could understand how I felt, and it was only me, and I was the only child in my whole school who didn't have a daddy. So I joined Grief Encounter, and it made me feel like I wasn't alone anymore.
Renu, she experienced the death of her mother herself as a young person. Her own personal experiences put her in that unique position of being able to connect with bereaved families. The choir is just such an important way for them to be able to express themselves, and Renu facilitates that, and just she's so positive in it, and it really, really helps to bring the children out of themselves.
When I was sad about my dad, Renu helped him. She always welcomed me and asked how I was. And when I felt sad, she was always there for me to make me happy.
When you made us feel confident enough to understand that our dad's not here anymore, but our dad's still in our heart.
Well, Renu certainly sounds like a very, very special person. And right now, she's not watching us. She is in the middle of a choir rehearsal on Zoom. And we are hoping that Katherine's going to be able to surprise her and join her on this
We've joined
Zoom
the choir.
rehearsal.
Let's get Katherine in there.
Let's get Katherine in.
Hold on a sec.
Have they noticed her yet? Have they noticed her?
Renu's carrying on.
Yes, she's professional. I don't think Renu has spotted her yet.
She's so focused, isn't she, Renu?
The others have. Look, she's wondering why her choir rehearsal isn't going...
Has she spotted
her?
The show must go on.
Katherine,
you guys are amazing. Hi. What do we have? Where's Renu? There we go. Renu, hi. Katherine Jenkins. And on
hi, Katherine.
We encounter. What lovely singing.
I know, they sound amazing.
They sound really amazing, and well done on all of your hard work practicing for all the Christmas songs. Thank you. Renu, we have a special surprise for you.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't just normally pop. I'd love to be there with you in person, but you have been so amazing. Grief Encounter, and I'd like you to know that you've won the Volunteer of the Year award.
Oh my goodness! Wow! I was not expecting that at all. Oh my goodness!
Renu, I don't know if you can hear me. It's Kate Garraway and Ben Shephard in the studio. You're actually live on our 1 Million Minutes programme. We've been watching your rehearsal and we're so pleased that Katherine's been able to tell you that you've won this award. How do you feel?
Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. I really don't. That is just amazing. I'm actually quite choked, but yeah, no, that is honestly amazing. It's an absolute honour.
Well, we think you're amazing. We think you're incredibly, incredibly special, and we think you do wonderful, wonderful things. And you do it because of what you get from it as well, and the good you know it's doing. Just explain, because for those people who maybe not volunteered or got involved with something before like this, what do you get out of it and how do you see it helping people?
Oh, I get so much out of it. I get so much just pure joy because I know what a difference it makes to all these kids. Sorry, I'm just quite, And no, it's an honour to work for Grief Encounter, and I've absolutely loved my time there. And yeah, I get so much pleasure out of doing what I do, and because I know what a difference it makes and what an amazing charity Grief Encounter is.
And we know how difficult it is to try and conduct these things over Zoom, as we've already proved, Renu, and trying to conduct a choir and keep all the kids happy when you can't be together. It must be so frustrating that you can't all be in the room together. Absolutely, it is. It really is frustrating. And we've kind of tried to get together and then there's been new restrictions, so we can't. And, but at least we get to see each other on Zoom and it's something. So, yeah, it's not ideal.
Now, the reason why we're here tonight, of course, is for a very important one. It's to celebrate those who've been going above and beyond, and not just in their kind of desire to get hold of a Ben blanket.
No, not just that. Our next award is for an individual or group who has helped those suffering with mental health issues that have led to loneliness. Our winner is actually sitting in our virtual audience tonight, but they have no clue that they have won.
So here to reveal our mental health loneliness champion is none other than Davina McCall.
Loneliness and isolation are two words we've been hearing too frequently this year, but tonight we're celebrating the people who are going above and beyond to tackle the silent pandemic. We know that more than half of adults and over 2/3 of young people have said their mental health got worse during lockdown. And tonight's winner is doing everything they can to ensure those people have someone to turn to. They did something really special that not many people would do. At a time of their own personal crisis, they reached out to help others. And by helping other people, they were able to also help themselves. They identify the loneliness and the loneliest in society, and they help support them all by talking. I'm so pleased to announce that the winner of the 1 Million Minutes Mental Health Loneliness Champion Award is Damien Reynolds. He's the founder of the Wolfpack Project. And I just want to say, Damien, honestly, you are such a champion. Congratulations on this award. The work you do and the people that you've touched, really, you've gone above and beyond in a time of great national crisis and personal crisis, I know, for many. And you've really made a difference. So well done, Damien.
Woo!
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Damien, we saw the moment when it twigged that Davina was talking about you there. How do you feel? You are the winner.
It's amazing, amazing. You know what? I'm actually really, really shocked. And I'm really shocked as well that my partner managed to keep this quiet without me knowing anything about it at all.
You're going to be suspicious now, aren't you?
It's funny, Damien, because I've been looking at you through this evening and I've seen you've been drinking your beers. You've been enjoying yourself so far, haven't you?
I have, yeah, absolutely, definitely.
I got the sense you weren't expecting for us to come live to you, but of course, you have won this award. So Kate and I know all about the Wolfpack because we were on the judging panel, and what you have done with the Wolfpack is just extraordinary. Can you just explain to everybody else in our virtual audience and the people watching on Twitter about the Wolfpack and the impact that it's had?
Yeah, the Wolfpack Project supports younger people 16 to 35 who are lonely, isolated or struggling with their mental health. So we've supported hundreds of people across Nottingham where we're based. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. We've been able to help people at our office that we set up within a year of operating. We support people via the telephone, through groups. So it's really, really overwhelming, but it's fantastic. And I'm so proud of all the people that I get to meet.
You make a big difference. We've had some messages from a small number of the people that you've been able to help, many of whom say you've saved their lives. Damien, have a listen to this.
So I've been Damien's friend for over 20 years. He went through a patch where he quite isolated himself, switched off from everyone, and he came up with this idea of helping people that feel lonely.
I was born with a learning disability. I've been through a lot of loneliness and not trusting people. Show me that I don't have to be alone anymore.
He works full-time, has a family. It takes up hours and hours of his day. He is so passionate about it.
He completely changed my life.
It's always tricky when you hear very emotional messages from people who appreciate what you've done immensely, but I wonder how that makes you feel, Damien.
Just so proud, so proud. I feel really emotional, which isn't really like me, but I am so proud of everyone that I get to work with, the volunteers we have, the service users. It's just amazing.
Well, you obviously as well make a huge difference to everyone that you've helped, everyone that you've touched the lives of. And I'm assuming as well that what you're involved with and what you do with this extraordinary project helps you in a way as well and gives you something back, because we really want others to give their time in work like yours.
Definitely. I think, the last 6 to 9 months, as we all know, has been incredibly hard. I think a lot of us have felt lonely, isolated, and it's really, really hard as well, I think, to motivate yourself to want to do anything, to even get out of bed. And I think actually with the charity, it's enabled me to get out there and meet fabulous people and help other people, but myself as well, to get a lot from that is fantastic.
Well, you've done an amazing job. Congratulations to you, Damien. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you to Davina as well. But give Damien a big round of applause, everybody.
Well done, Damien.
Let's bring you another award. Our next one is for the Young Champion Award. This is an award for a young person who goes above and beyond volunteering and raising money for the people in their community to help others who are lonely.
Now, our winner is an absolute hero in his own right. I mean, just extraordinary. But we thought, why not send his hero to surprise him and break the good news?
I was in a real dark place at the time. I was in a hole I couldn't get out of. But it was just a message he sent me out of the blue. And it was just, hello, how are you? My name's Jake, and I want to do more to help people like you. And that just, for me, was huge.
I was struggling to get the money together to buy a granite stone in Daniel's name. Daniel's armoured fighting vehicle had been struck by an IED. Yeah, killed all 6 soldiers on board. Jake paid for that stone out of his charity money that he's been raising.
He was given a big award this year. First thing he did with that money was give it to the Not Forgotten Association to help injured veterans.
Jake is such a remarkable young man.
He doesn't do this for attention. He does this because he's got a caring heart.
And that's why Jake is such a worthy winner. Time now for us to surprise him. So Jake, you're a hero to so many people, but who's your hero, mate?
I'm a big fan of Bear Grylls, and the fact he's an ex-Marine as well, which is fantastic. I have a lot of respect for that. Wow. Oh my God, whoa.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Oh my God, wow, that was a surprise.
And what an amazing man you are. You talk about inspirations. I think the truth is you've been such an inspiration to so many of us.
Oh, thank you.
And we've got a little GMB trophy here, a little award. My instinct is I want to give you a big hug and say you are amazing, but I'm going to leave that there for you.
Thank you very much.
But congratulations for all you've done, and truly we think you're amazing. So
thank you very much.
That was lovely. I was
hero
watching...
meets hero.
Jake is there in our virtual audience getting a round of applause, and rightly so.
Hi,
Jake, I was watching you watch that VT, and even when Bear walks out and you know he's coming, it was still a surprise for you. What was it like meeting him?
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was a massive surprise, and I can't believe my family kept it a surprise from me and kept it from me. But it was definitely, I was in shock for like the rest of the day, but it was amazing, yeah.
I mean, you've done, and I know Ben as well, you were so impressed by Jake when we had the honour of being part of the judging panel for these awards. Because we feel that you've got a touch of the Bear Grylls about you himself. Is that what you like about him so much, that he does get on and crack on and achieve so many things? Because you've done that too.
Yeah. So I like getting myself into things. I like going out. I like meeting new people. So yeah, I just love everything about him, really. Yeah.
Where does the drive come from, though, Jake? Because I've done a few physical challenges in my time, and that was one of the things I was saying to all the other judges. Some of the things that you have done for other people is just remarkable. Where does that come from? Is it just in you, or is it getting stronger as you're getting older and you're realising the difference it makes?
So my great granddad, he done a lot, and he always gave back to people, and that's always really inspired me. And as I've started this journey, and as I've gone through this journey, I've seen it's really helped people. So I've just kind of wanted to continue and just help more people as I go along.
Well, he's certainly doing that. And for any of our audience, and there's lots virtually that we can see, and there's even more, there's lots of people on Twitter watching tonight. Because I think one of the things that Kate said a couple of times, and I think it resonates, is the importance for the volunteers and what they get from doing all the challenges they do. What do you get personally from it, Jake? And why would you suggest to the people watching tonight that they should donate some time to try and help other people?
It feels rewarding seeing, just asking how someone is, or just a text message, just seeing how that can really make their day. It feels really heartwarming. So yeah, it just feels rewarding in itself, just making sure someone's okay or just giving that little message.
Yeah.
And it can mean so much, can't it? And that, I know that from sometimes on the receiving end of those messages, it makes such a difference. So dare I ask what you've got planned for your next challenge? Because I suspect you're not stopping here.
No, yeah, definitely. We got more up in the air at the minute. We're just waiting for COVID to calm down a bit.
Right.
And yeah, we're in the talks a bit, me and Anthony. So yeah, we got stuff planned, but it's a bit of a secret at the minute. So yeah.
Oh, he's playing it cards close to his chest.
I think Anthony's in the audience as well tonight, so he knows what you're talking about, but he's glad you've kept that secret. There's not been many secrets kept tonight. Jake, we are so proud of you, as are everybody that you have helped and everybody that you support as well. Congratulations on being our Young Champion Award. Give me a round of applause, everybody. Jake.
Well done, Jake. Well done.
Just an incredibly inspiring man.
It was just extraordinary, wasn't it? And, you know, you look at your own self with people like this, with all our nominees and finalists, and think how extraordinary they are. Now, there are going to be so many great stories of people helping others in amazing ways when they're at their most vulnerable. But the winner of our Special Recognition Award has not just been doing that, helping people when they're at their most vulnerable, when they really need help. She's been doing it continuously for more than 2 decades.
We surprised her live this morning on Good Morning Britain. If for some reason you missed it, and if you did, what on earth were you thinking?
Overslept, maybe.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to remind all of us of the lovely moment we told her.
It's great, you know, you want to get out there and do something.
Well, look,
it's, sorry.
Well, Verity, the reason I'm interrupting, because there's something else that we want you to learn about yourself now, because we have a bit of a confession. You think you are a finalist in this category, but what we can tell you is actually you are our winner of the 1 Million Minute Special Recognition Awards. You've won the award, Verity. We were bowled over by your commitment to your community and what you've managed to do. And I know Vicky, I think, has something on our behalf to give you, Mum.
I do. Congratulations, Mum.
Oh, Ben, Kate. Oh, dear me.
That was a few hours ago. A few hours ago.
Have you calmed down?
Have you calmed down a bit, Verity? Is it all sunk in?
Just about. It's quite a day to remember. Yes, it's been a real experience. And to know you're helping people in the community change their lives.
We think yours an incredible thing to remember and to celebrate. So we hope it has been a special day for you. Since you were on GMB this morning, have you been contacted by people that saw it?
Oh, I'm a celebrity. What can I say? The day, I don't think I got home from till 4 o'clock. I was due home at 2. And everywhere I go, so now I know what you both experience. And
we don't get that, Verity. We don't get that. Don't worry about that. Vicky, what's it been like? Because I know that you had to keep it a secret, and your mum's face when she found out that she won was an absolute picture. I know you're very proud of her as well, aren't you?
We're really proud as a family. We know how hard she works every day. She's a legend in and out of what she does. But yeah, it was great actually surprising her. It was priceless. It was great.
She's probably now questioning you in your teenage years now, isn't she, of what you kept hidden along the way, all those secrets that you got away with. I mean, you as you say, you're obviously proud of what she does, and she's obviously a great mum as well.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. She's brilliant. Couldn't ask for a better mum. None of us could ask for better.
Verity, you volunteer 7 days a week. You've been doing it for 2 decades. It's such an extraordinarily selfless thing that you do. What is it that drives you on, that keeps you going back to understand the importance you're having to your community? And what would you say to people who are thinking about maybe pledging some minutes tonight for our Million Minutes campaign in terms of the difference that you've seen it makes?
Yes. Well, for me, the centre has been a lifesaver. As you know, I suffer from depression and I need to get out and about. And doing the centre, I've learned things about myself I wouldn't have otherwise known. The volunteers that come in, they grow in confidence, they gain skills, some of them out of work, so it gains they can gain employment. And it's wonderful to see when they first start and eventually when they leave me, how well they've done, how well they've come on, and it is very worthwhile helping these people because they do need help. There's so many community centres closing down. They should be opening more so there's somewhere for people to turn to in their hour of need. So we'll do all we can, and it's a pleasure to help so many people. And the surprise, honestly, you don't do it for things like this, but oh, will I treasure this?
Well, we will treasure you like your community does as well, Verity. You've been an absolute superstar. We will love looking back, won't we, Kate, at what happened this morning, because it was such a treat and such a picture to surprise you like that. Have a fabulous Christmas. Vicky, thank you for keeping it such a brilliant secret as well. I'm not sure quite how you do it. But honestly, you are a very worthy winner of our Special Recognition Award. Big round of applause for Verity, everybody.
Very impressed with her Christmas brooch coordinating with the tree.
Yes.
I know. It's a lot of thought.
It's the detail, Kate Garraway.
It's the detail. It's the
Nothing gets
detail
past you,
that
does
makes
it?
these people stand out.
Talking of details, how are we getting on with pledges?
I've been keeping account of them. I've lost my calculator, but it's here somewhere. Fortunately, someone much cleverer and more efficient than me.
We're getting closer. Has it gone through? Has it gone through?
This is brilliant. We are so close to 61 million minutes. We are so close. You're hearing how much giving your time doesn't have to be a lot of time, doesn't have to be 2 decades like Verity. Could easily be an hour just when you can, and there's all sort of range of ways that you can get involved. But just to promise your time makes such a difference. Go to itv.com/1 million minutes.
You're getting heckled. You're getting heckled by these furry creatures that have arrived in the studio.
They are so...
Can you explain what they are?
Well, I can. Now, I've been stroking this little cat here.
Cat.
I've named her Snowy.
Right.
And she purrs if you tickle her under the chin, just like a real cat does. I feel like we've got a bit of a bond. It's not a real cat, though, obviously. It's a robotic pet.
And these are actually used, though, aren't they?
They are used to help people in care homes.
There's something sinister about this
people
dog,
who feel less lonely during the pandemic. We know that scientifically, actually, stroking a pet can reduce your heart rate, can give you an awful lot of comfort, but it's not always possible. Oh, look, Snowy's closed her eyes. She's loving it. We know
You're all
that
together
it's not
enjoying the
always
rubbing of
possible to have
that
real
cat
pets.
too much.
So these have been amazing, and I have to say, I want one.
You're going to go for it?
I find it amazing.
Well, the good thing about them is you don't have to clear up after them, do you, as well? And they're not going to lick your face. We're not having that discussion again.
We're not having that.
Cute furry things are the focus of our next category. It's our Animal Loneliness Champion Award. This is for a personal group who uses furry friends to help battle loneliness and help people with their mental health.
Yours is kicking off.
It is.
Our winner is a huge fan of MasterChef. So who better than to perform the big reveal than none other than celebrity MasterChef winner Riyadh Khalaf. Hello, are you there? Hi. Good to
good
see
evening,
you.
guys. I'm freezing. I'm absolutely freezing. It's just really good quality stuff.
Yeah, really good quality.
Ben's blanket is the recipe, Riyadh, for a cosy night in. Do you like what I did there?
Yes, I did. Very good. Very good. Fantastic.
Listen.
Enough about my blanket, Riyadh. Tell us about the winner of this award.
All right. Well, look, tonight's winner is nothing short of an extraordinary human being who has first-hand experience of what it's like to go through extreme loneliness and has been through bullying as well, and has used that experience to help other people that are going through just that with the help of some furry friends. So over the last 5 years, this winner has set up a charity that helps to uplift and sort of give some light to kids that are going through severe loneliness and depression by pairing them up with rescue dogs. What an amazing idea. I mean, I want to get involved with it now just from learning about it. Over those 5 years, they have helped countless children turn their lives around and have a better time of it. So they probably have an idea of, that they've won it already just from that. But before I do the official announcement of who won it, let's take a look at a couple of messages from people that this winner has personally touched with their work.
I was in a really bad place. Like, my goal of life was to end my life. I always felt like I didn't fit into this world. I felt very lonely.
I knew Georgia really liked being around animals, so I said to a care coordinator this, and she gave me Natalia's name.
Natalia just oozes something that just puts people at ease.
I suffer with anxiety seizures, and they knew that I love being like around animals.
The dogs are just amazing. They are non-judgmental.
I think that was the first time that I saw Georgia smile for such a long time.
They make me feel more relaxed and kind of forget about anything else that's going on.
You can put a mask on and fool other people how you feel, but you cannot fool the dogs.
I don't think I could ever thank Natalia enough for support she's offered Molly.
Thank you, Natalia, for helping me cope with my anxiety.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be alive.
What do you say to somebody that saved your daughter's life? The biggest thank you ever. And I just thank God that we met her.
So unbelievably inspiring. What an incredible person. I am very honoured to say that our 1 million minutes animal loneliness champion is Natalia Bates, who's crying right now from Dogs for Development. Congratulations. We love you. Amazing, amazing work.
Oh, Rhea, thank you so much indeed. Natalia and Cumbria, you're in tears.
I know, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Apologise.
Don't be sorry.
We know why, because it means so much to you, which is wonderful. Tell us why. We've got a little bit of a hint about it there from Riyadh, but tell us sort of what prompted you to start this charity off, or where the idea came from.
I think because I've been kind of bullied over the years in school, and I really understood what it was to be lonely and to feel like I don't fit in. And I felt very passionate about all the people. Like, that's why I'm crying, because women that spoke on the BT, they've just come such a long way. And I just feel really genuinely proud of them, because I think they have felt very excluded from society for whatever reason, like they don't fit in, which obviously I felt that as well. And I just feel very proud, and I felt very passionate about the fact that dogs, they never judge. They're very, what's the word? Accepting. They don't care what you look like or how much you weigh. And I just feel a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. But thank you.
Rightly so. Yeah, our Frontline Hero Award recognises a carer or a healthcare worker who went above and beyond to help people in a time when they thought they had nowhere to turn and no one to talk to.
Well, here tonight to present this prestigious award, and very important one, is none other than our very own Dr. Hilary Jones, who knows all about how extraordinary our healthcare workers are every day, but also about the extra mile that can make all the difference, don't you, Hills?
Absolutely, Kate. Hi, Kate. Hi, Ben. You're doing a great job. And what a fantastic campaign this is. Really warms the cockles of your heart, doesn't it, to be able to reward these wonderful people who do so much. But everyone working, of course, in the front line deserves a medal. We all know that. We've known that all year, haven't we? From the paramedics to the nurses and the doctors and the care home staff and so many people that we're hearing about tonight. You are all our heroes. You really are. And thank you. We'd like to thank you from the bottoms of our heart. But tonight, we could only pick one winner, and we have. And when the pandemic first loomed and ripped through Britain back in March, this particular person recognised that there were going to be big mental health issues looming on the horizon very quickly. She saw that. And she got to work and set up an online hub offering a free 20-minute service that was available for people who couldn't otherwise afford these kind of services, even if they were accessible. So these were available to the very vulnerable older people and anybody self-isolating and struggling. So within days, our winner had formed an army of therapists who volunteered their times across the UK. And her efforts didn't stop there either. This amazing person recruited volunteers to deliver shopping and prescriptions to the lonely and isolated people in her community. And they've even launched a campaign to provide a free Christmas Day lunch to anyone who otherwise wouldn't be able to enjoy one, couldn't afford one, or just couldn't get to wherever one was being offered. So I'm delighted to announce our 1 million minutes frontline loneliness hero is Ruth Challoner.
There she is, watching in our virtual audience, not knowing at all you're in Oxfordshire. Oh, look! Somebody else who now doesn't trust their family member. Congratulations. Before we find out how delighted you are with that, although I can tell by your big beaming smile, let's take a look at what some people who work with you have said about the work that you do.
Loneliness, I think, is one of the biggest problems that is evident in society today. And of course, with COVID, it was made so much worse. And Ruth's Help Hub initiative was immediately out there.
The Help Hub is a free online emotional support service. We have a network of therapists across the country who very kindly give up their time to do 20-minute phone calls with people who feel they would need a little emotional support from someone professional.
Very quickly agreed to fund the Help Hub. Help Hub itself is supporting, well, I think last month it was around 600 people in crisis.
The feedback that we've had from the people who've made use of the service has been really powerful.
I never use the word loneliness, but when you're feeling solitary, you knew that Ruth was there, and it meant a lot.
Ruth's idea, I think, has been a real lifeline to so many people, so it's fantastic.
Just, Ruth, some amazing words from the people that have benefited from your passion and your commitment, your dedication. Help Hub has 800 therapists all on hand to help people. As we were hearing in the VT just last month, about 600 people in crisis had been helped. When you started this, did you have any idea just the scale it would get to so quickly, but also how desperately needed it was?
I knew it was needed, and I knew it was going to be needed, but I had no idea about the scale. I'd planned to do something in West Oxfordshire, where I live, and very fortunately the press kind of became engaged in it, and so we had hundreds of people volunteering, which was amazing. And wow, sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
Last week, the nation bid a fond farewell to our most iconic supporter of 1 million minutes, Dame Barbara Windsor.
Yes, beyond her larger-than-life, wonderful on-screen persona, Dame Barbara was such a kind and caring campaigner whose legacy leaves an indelible fingerprint on our fight here at Good Morning Britain to end loneliness. She supported our 1 million minutes campaign from the very start when it was just an idea and was even kind enough to allow us to name an award in her honour.
Now, the recipient of this award is an extraordinarily worthy winner. She is a lead carer, and even though she suffered a bereavement herself this year, she continued to support and care for those in need. Here's the moment when one of our colleagues, Karen, broke the news to this winner.
You've been nominated as category for the Dame Barbara Windsor Award. Well, it's very, very sad news, of course, of her passing, but Naz, I do have to tell you, you've actually won.
No. I don't believe that.
It's true. You've won the award. You are the winner.
Thank you for everybody who've nominated me. I've got no words.
Absolutely wonderful, Nazareth. We certainly surprised you there. We're not surprised that the winner of this award. You are absolutely extraordinary. Have you recovered yourself and got your words together now?
I have, just about, yes, thank you.
You're looking very glamorous as well, we should say, this evening. And now you've had a bit of time for this to sink in. How does it feel to have been the recipient of this award?
It's a bittersweet moment. I would like to offer my condolences to Dame Barbara Windsor's family and friends who have lost a special one. Dame Barbara Windsor was an icon who worked tirelessly to highlight and bring forward the awareness of dementia in the elderly.
Yeah.
And you see that, don't you, in the work you do and the time you spend, not just with people suffering from conditions or conditions which are ending their life early and they might have hope, but also with the families that are going through that. What is so extraordinary and has struck so many of us, and we were privileged enough to be a part of the judging panel, so we know a bit more about your story than people learning tonight. What struck us is the fact that even though you went through your own bereavement and were in need of support yourself, you gathered yourself, took time to gather yourself, and then went back to offering support to others. Why did you decide to do that?
Because I've been a carer for a long time for my own father, I only felt that I had to carry on providing my duty as best possible as I can at that time. I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
That's okay.
Don't be nervous.
Don't be
it's wonderful
nervous.
to hear everything you're saying.
But you know what is really tangible is we can see how much this means to you, how important it is, and how honoured you are to receive an award in Dame Barbara's name. And we are very grateful that Dame Barbara and her husband Scott have allowed us to continue to keep this award going as part of her legacy. He did help us, of course, select all of the winners tonight. And Nazrat Scott has sent us this very special personal message just for you.
Hello, Nazrat. This is Scott Mitchell, and I just wanted to congratulate you on being the second recipient of the Dame Barbara Windsor Award for Good Morning Britain's 1 Million Minutes Awards. I was involved in this year's judging, as I was last year, and I think when it came to you and your story, nothing could have been more poignant for me at that moment, because I know that you assist people going through palliative care and their families, and that's exactly what was happening to Barbara, and that was exactly what was happening to me as I read your story. The compassion and selflessness that carers like yourself show is beyond measurable as far as I'm concerned. It's incredible, and I don't think there are great enough words for you. I know what it takes. I know what it takes now to sit next to someone at end of life and just have a comforting, reassuring word coming from the carers, just to watch your loved one be comforted, to be cared for, and the relief that that gives you, and the support to the family. You know, you will never know what it means to loved ones to be a part of that process and to be included and cared for, as well as the person who is living and coming to the end of their life with the disease. I don't know what to say to you apart from thank you for your courage, your compassion. I know Barbara would have adored someone with those qualities, and I can't believe that only a week ago she was still here and now she's not, and there's the circle of life. I don't think I can still believe it, to be honest with you. And I want to tell you one other thing about your story which gave me the courage today to do this video for you, and that's when I was first asked, I said I thought I'd be too emotional, in too much of a state to be able to do it. And I remembered the part of your story where your own dad had passed away from COVID, and my condolences to you. And after a very short time off, you insisted on going straight back to work to care for other people and to care for their families. And I don't think, you know, there's a more noble quality or act than that. I'm sending you all my love and thanks for everything you do, for what all of you carers do. So God bless. Thank you, congratulations, and please keep doing the incredible work that you do, because without people like yourselves, Nazra, we would be very lonely and very scared in our time of need. Bye-bye.
Well, it's such a powerful message from Scott, isn't it, Nazra? And I think it tells of how important what you do is. And you've moved lots of our virtual audience to tears, and I'm sure many people watching live on Twitter and our website as well. It is amazing. I've had some support, not quite at the stage where you help people, fingers crossed, but through tough times with Derek this year. And I think sometimes people worry about doing what you do because they think, I won't know what to say, I won't know how to volunteer to do something like you do. And I'm sure you've inspired people, but what do people say to help? What is the secret? What can you advise people who might want to get involved and spread some ease of loneliness and isolation and support during tough times? What would you advise them?
Just being there, present at their time of need, supporting them, allowing them to express their concerns, what they're feeling, and somebody to reach out that you're there basically and they're not on their own, because this is a very, very difficult time for people. And to know that there is somebody out there, it can just lighten the load a bit more from what they're going through.
And what is it to hear someone like Scott? You mentioned Barbara's an icon. He is an icon too in my eyes as well, from what he's dealt with and how he's handled himself during this tough time for him too. What do you think of hearing someone like him give the thanks and recognise what you've done?
I'm so overwhelmed with being recognised and just... I'm lost for words. I can't believe it.
Well, you've had the right words at the right time for so many people, and that's what it's important. Nazra, it's our absolute honour to be able to bestow this award upon you, our incredibly worthy winner of the Dame Barbara Windsor Award. Thank you so much for everything. A round of applause. She's wonderful.
Virtual audience, every single one of you. Thank you for joining us.
Literally gorgeous.
On a cold and wet Thursday evening. It's been an absolute treat to have you here with us. Really, really thrilled that you could be there. And thank you to everybody that has donated any time for our campaign.
So let's see where we are now. We want to keep those pledges going up. Have we got a totaliser?
Oh, it's in the big one over there, is it?
Oh, it's coming over this shoulder now.
It's on the big wall, because we've hit 61 million, Garraway.
This is incredible. Thank you so much indeed. There is plenty of time still to pledge, but do get onto it quickly because we're ticking down to the end of December and we want to get those minutes in. We want you to join in the fight against loneliness and also ease your loneliness and isolation too. Go to itv.com/1 million minutes. You'll find information there. If you've been affected by any of the stories on this hugely emotional roller coaster of a night, then we've got help for you too there.
It's been great. It's just so special to be here, to be a part of this and to host it.
Yeah, it's a
Last
real
but not least, Kate and myself would finally and personally like to say thank you. It has been a really tough year. Your support, your generosity of spirit, the messages you send us have kept us going, haven't they?
They absolutely have. I mean, huge thank you for being. I won't say too much more because I'll be emotional. I haven't even been deserving an award and I haven't deserved all of your support, really. You've been incredible throughout the year, and it is that taking the time to message the show, Good Morning Britain, about me, and message Ben and all the support from everyone around me that's made a huge difference. So I know how important this campaign is.
To close the show, performing the poem Dear Britain from our launch film, it is the one and only Hussein Manawer. Goodbye.
Dear Britain, nobody could have predicted these times we're living. Every one of our homes it's hitting. Every night we're wishing that there's no more moments we're missing. Dear Britain, my heart is to every parent who couldn't be in the delivery room when their child arrived, and to every one of us who lost someone we loved and weren't allowed to be by their side. Dear Britain, there's not been a year like this where I've been so lonely and cried, with no one to talk to, no one to hug, No one to help carry the stress on my mind. Dear Britain, I'm sorry you didn't get to see Beji and Barbara. I'm sorry you're still waiting to walk down the aisle. I'm sorry so many beautiful moments that were meant to have been have passed. I'm sorry it's still taking us a while. Dear Britain, we're all going through it. So to ourselves and each other, we need to be a bit kinder. And through this global pandemic, we really need to find ways to hold ourselves that little bit higher. Dear Britain, together, we can end loneliness.